way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. Alright, I'm done.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been
This is intense, dude.
time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
You gotta kill herself too. Oh, come on. Come on, don't do this.
But it had to end one way or another.
Come on.
All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
This is my room.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open?
Oh my gosh.
The grown-ups have to argue now.
What?
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Dark.
the
Back in
power
the
had been
house.
shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
The other
or that
entrance.
Edie had a key to it.
So Edie is my grandma. Who am I writing to?
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Wow.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first
That light is
last
still over there.
time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it.
Oh, I'm interested. I'm interested. What's going on?
Rode in. I lost my way. I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things.
Oh.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Bedroom
But
frame?
when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
We're at the house now.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Oh.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
Oh no.
After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
Aw.
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Oh.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself.
What is happening?
But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Oh no.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
So that was her son. So we're following Edith through the history. Through the history of the family. And the curse was pretty much the fact that, like, not really the curse, but like everybody dies. I mean, obviously everyone dies. We never found out what happened to well, obviously something happened to Milton. Oh no, was that Milton? I'm a little confused. Thanks, Johan. What? Alright, so this is on Wikipedia. In the present, the player character takes a ferry to Orcas Island off the coast of Washington State with the journal of Edith Finch in hand. The waiting player reads through the journal of Edith Finch Jr.'s last visit to her family's home on the island in 2016. Edith's journal explains that she is from the latest generation of the family, whose family curse goes back at least 5 generations. All but one child of each generation die, leaving a sole child to continue the family. Her great-great-grandfather Odin, after losing his wife and their newborn child, tried to escape the curse by moving in 1937 from Norway to the United States with his remaining daughter Edith, or Edie, and her husbands Sven and daughter Molly. Odin insisted on bringing their home with them, tethered to their ship, but just off the shore of Orcas, tsunamis capsized the house and Odin drowned. The remaining family built a new home on Orcas, overlooking the ocean and within sight of their original house wreckage. Here were born Barbara, twin brothers Calvin and Sam, and Walter. Edie insisted they build a graveyard for their family nearby. For a while, Edie believed they avoided the curse, but then calamity struck. Molly died as a 10-year-old after ingesting toxic holly berries. Barbara was killed during an unsolved home invasion. And Walter became traumatized by her death, moving into a secret bunker. Oh. And Walter became traumatized by her death, moving into a secret bunker below the house. Calvin died after falling off a rope swing into the ocean. Sven was killed while trying to construct a dragon-themed slide onto the house. Edie decided that to memorialize each death, each of their bedrooms would remain a shrine to them, and she would leave writings about their death, typically exaggerating the details to make the death seem more fantastical than it really was. For example, Edie describes Sven as having died while fighting a dragon. Sam married Kay Carlisle, and they had their children Dawn, Gus, and Gregory. Edie refused to repurpose the bedrooms in the Finch home, and instead they constructed additional stories atop the home for Sam and his family. Gregory, as an infant, drowned in the bathtub while Kay became distracted from a call from Sam. Sam and Kay divorced. Sam married another woman, but during the ceremony, Gus was killed by a falling totem statue knocked over by a storm. Sam was later killed while on a hunting trip with Dawn, knocked off a cliff by a deer. Once old enough, Dawn traveled to India where she met Sanjay Kumar, and the two married and had 3 children, Louis, Milton, and Edith Jr. Following Sanjay's death, Dawn brought her family back to the Finch home. Milton, an aspiring artist, went missing and caused Dawn to become paranoid. Dawn sealed off each of the memorial bedrooms from the outside, not wanting the other children learning of their past, though Edie insisted they leave a peephole in each door so that her great-grandchildren could know the family's history. Walter, who had been forgotten by all but Edie, decided to come out from the bunker via a new tunnel, but was run over and killed by a train. Lewis committed suicide in 2010 following an episode of derealization caused by drug withdrawal. On the night following his funeral, Dawn decided that the remaining Finches, herself, Edie and Edith, must leave the home, but Edie refused. As Dawn and Edie argued, Edith went to the home's library to find Edie's own journal of their family history. Before she could read it, Dawn tore the journal from her hands. Dawn and Edith left immediately that night, leaving all their belongings behind and having made arrangements for a nursing home to pick up Edie the next day. By the time the nursing home's van arrived, Edie had gone missing. 6 years later, Dawn succumbed to an illness. In her will, she left Edith the key to the Finch home, leading Edith to travel back there and explore the house while writing her journal. Edith discovered the key helped to unlock several secret passages between the secret off bedrooms, which she believes were constructed by Edie in the house's original design, and discovered by Milton, which led to him to find a way to escape the family curse. Edith wrote her own thoughts and eulogies to the departed family in her journal. She eventually reached her own old bedroom, and wrote to her yet-born child that she carried, hoping her journal would help it to understand the family's lineage. In the present, the player character is revealed to be Edith's son Christopher, the sole surviving Finch, Edith having died from complications of childbirth. Disembarking the ferry, he travels to the Finch home and places flowers at Edith's new gravestone. Wow. That's the replay a story options now. Select Edith to play from the beginning. That was insane. The storytelling for that, and just like, wow, that was incredible. That was incredible. This is definitely going up on YouTube. Yeah, that's the story for all that. Oh man, I had no idea what I was getting into. I didn't know it was gonna be like a story like that, but it was really, really well done. Whatever. Anyways, I guess I'm just gonna do the trophies right now, and then I'll switch to a new game. But I hope you guys enjoyed. This is me talking to YouTube. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.